Guilty of second-degree murder. A jury took less than half an hour yesterday to return that verdict against 41-year-old Damian Fisher of Joplin. Back in March of last year, he shot and killed 36-year-old Scotty Roller of Joplin during an argument over the sale of a vehicle. He, along with his father, Eddie, dumped Roller's body in a 45-foot well on a property southeast of Seneca. Well, Liberty Utilities getting nearly $50 million in federal funds to strengthen its electric grid resilience here in the area. That project's going to upgrade telecommunications, poles, and stations for automatic system restoration and overall reduce the impact of electrical outages on homes and businesses. Your News, a service of Freeman Health System on a mission to improve rural healthcare accessibility by building a full-service hospital in Pittsburgh. It'll create more than 500 new jobs for Southeast Kansas. When you see news, call or text our tip line at 417-208-9TIP. For News Talk KZRG, I'm Ty Albright on KIX 102.5.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar isn't showing anything over the 4 states.
46 in Miami, 48 in Pittsburgh, 50 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
Time now for the KIX Kids Pledge, and today we're featuring Carthage Mark Twain, Mrs. Weston's first grade class.
Allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Great job, guys. And if you'd like your class group or your kids or whomever to be on the KIX Kids Pledge, just go to KIX1025.com and click on the link there and find out how to upload your audio.
We're a little over 15 minutes away from your first chance of the day to guess and win the secret sound.
$477.50 could be yours in just 18 minutes when you hear the secret sound.
Here's Tim McGraw
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Man, I have such time getting your button to turn on in the mornings. Morning, everybody.
And morning.
So today we're going to be talking about the Haunted Spook Tour, this is really exciting. We had our meeting with Lisa yesterday, and we think we have at least an idea of what we want to do, but we're still taking suggestions. So later during the show, that's what we're going to be talking about.
Mm-hmm. So if you have some ideas, let us know. We'd love to hear them.
We'll be taking calls about where to go and where you think we ought to visit.
Right.
Maybe there's some areas we've not been to before.
Ooh, that could be fun.
Yeah.
I mean, granted, I haven't been to most all of them, but... How are you doing, Sheila?
Morning, Sheila.
Sheila.
Plus, we got a brand new weight loss program that I'm sure everybody's going to want to know about. We'll tell you more about it at 7:35.
Yes.
Yeah, I'm excited about this. Just in time for Halloween.
Morning, Jimmy. Good morning, Tiffany.
By the way.
Yes.
Dad joke for the eclipse. We never ran that. It was all right. I was like, what is this?
So what was it instead?
It was a wake up song we did.
Oh, because I completely forgot that we were going to do that and just...
So I just cut that, but there was another one that was the wrong break. But
sorry.
It's easy to get those. I just went back and downloaded it. But I am trying to go back and fill in that 6:35 spot whenever possible so that we always know what's there.
Mm-hmm.
At least that way we're sure of what production value we have.
Yeah.
On that break.
Yeah. You had parent-teacher conferences last night and
Hate
tonight?
those.
We went through that on Monday and Tuesday.
Oddly enough, the restream over here is, well, now it does say 4473. What the heck? We lowered it. Well, it said 4,000 over here.
Strange.
I don't know. Which 4,400 is going to give them problems.
Oh, the 7:50 break that we have on the schedule for today, is that something that I need to put in or you?
You put in. I think it's a song, isn't it?
I don't know. Let me look it up. I didn't put anything in that break just yet.
Should be under Halloween.
Yep. There we go. Good morning, Gary Crow. How are you doing?
Morning, Gary Crow.
Man. So I just read part of Vandersloot's confession of how he
This is a
murdered
horrible story. Yeah.
Natalie
so
Holloway. It's awful.
I heard him talking in the interview. He said, so we got out there and I didn't know what to do, so I put her in the ocean. But what didn't know what to do about what? What's the I haven't heard any of the other details in his confession.
So they were at a club, and he had wanted to leave and happy time. He wanted to partake in happy time with
Yay.
her, and she refused his advances, and so they went down to the beach.
Oh, put her in the ocean there. I thought like out on a boat.
No. He murdered her and then panicked and then just kind of shoved her out to sea.
Gosh.
Yeah, awful, absolutely evil. Sheila says, yep, no one wants to talk to me. I only just learned that we can talk to more than just their like specific homeroom teacher. I had never
You
known.
didn't know that.
I didn't know that we could go and talk to the art teacher or the gym teacher or any of that stuff.
It's been so long since I was in elementary, but they used to have them all set up. You'd go around and the kids would introduce us to all of them.
The kids, I mean, I've never taken my kids to conferences before. All right, here we go. 10 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, number 1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 708.
Sunshine this afternoon, highs in the low 70s. It's 50 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes, but we've got your chance to win the cash with the KIX 102.5 secret sound in just 12 minutes.
All you got to do is tell us what the sound is when we play it. And if you're right, the money is yours.
$477.50. It could be yours.
Just 10 minutes away.
Here's Rascal Flats.
On the 4 states, number 1 for cash.
KIX 102.5.
That one. How long do you have to be there for, Sheila? I've noticed, thanks to watching the restream videos, that when we go to talk on air, I scrunch like this. Why do I do that?
I don't know. And then you do this. What's
I don't understand it.
wrong with you, Jen?
I don't know. I just don't know.
Oh.
This is my first time wearing this shirt today. I'm trying to decide if I like it.
I like it. I like the combo.
It's just flowery, kind of. Like watercolor flowers. I guess.
Yeah. would look good with a outerwear around that had a match of the colors on the shirt.
Yeah. That $260 jacket I liked would match it.
Yeah.
Till 7:30. Oh my gosh, Sheila. It's got to make for a long day. Morning, Sherry. Oh, interesting. So, have you ever heard about the ancient scroll that they found at Vesuvius?
No.
So, they were able to find a.
At Vesuvius. Vesuvius is the mountain. You mean Pompeii?
I thought it was Vesuvius. No, it was the eruption of Mount Vesuvius
Yes.
back in 79 AD.
But it covered Vesuvius covered
Covered
Pompeii,
Pompeii,
and another
yes.
and another city. There's another city it covered.
So there was a 2,000-year-old document that had basically been perfectly preserved, and they've never been able to figure out what it says, though. But thanks to AI, they figured out one of the words is purple.
They've never been able. Why? What language was it in?
They just said it was discernible. There's no way for them to be able to tell. Like, it's preserved, it's a scroll, but
It's a mess
it's a mess.
because it's so damaged. Okay. I get that.
It would crumble if anyone were to try to unroll them. So of all the things on there, it's purple. Good morning, Sarah. Oh, you're going through it too with parent-teacher conferences. Yes, good luck with those tonight. I hope they're
Uneventful.
uneventful. Yes.
May they be uneventful.
Morning, Melissa. I'm getting really, really tired of my hair.
Why?
I'm just so tired. I don't know.
Great.
Thank you.
Better than it ever has.
Thank you. I think. I don't know. The color is just, I'm over the color. I don't know. I don't know. I just want to do something different to it. I liked the kind of coppery color that it was before I went more blonde. But the other part of me is like, just go brown and just like let it be, you know? You're growing it out. It's getting longer. Just dye it brown and leave it alone.
I'm glad I don't have those decisions weighing on me.
I liked your video on YouTube yesterday and shared it on Facebook. Thank you, Melissa.
Yes, thank you for that. You
Thank
guys
you
that
so
share
much.
the snipe hunt video
Yeah, that's huge, guys. Thank
really,
you.
really helps.
Let's see. Quit it. It says we only have 2 likes on the video on YouTube. I thought we had like 5. What happened?
Yeah, we had 4 yesterday.
2 people went back and unliked it?
I've changed my mind.
Okay. How do I change this to dark mode? Yeah, it's so much better. Dark mode. Jimmy says, I shared it also. Everyone liked it. Thank you for sharing, Jimmy.
Yeah. I think it's one of the best gin tours we've had.
Yeah. I'm super pleased with how it came out. And it exposes Randy, which is always a good thing.
I didn't catch that scene. What scene were you seeing? I thought I was off camera. What?
Okay, if you guys haven't read it yet, go read our Oh No You Didn't news because it's so funny today.
Really, really good. It's about a pig named Kevin Bacon.
They named him Kevin Bacon. How great is that? If they catch him, it's going to be 350 degrees of
Kevin Bacon.
I mean, that line just beautiful. Okay, we're going after this song. Are you ready? My son watched it and spit out his coffee.
Yes!
That's awesome. What part, Melissa? What part?
That's the win right there. That's
Yes,
always the
I
win.
love
Make
that.
somebody have a bodily function.
Thank you for sharing that, Melissa. That's great. Kind of weird way to phrase that, to make somebody have a bodily function.
Yeah. Win.
15 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country morning kicks with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs nearing 72 this afternoon. It's 50 in Joplin.
We'll give you a look at the weather forecast in just 4 minutes, but right now it is time for you to win some cash with the KIX 102.5 Secret Sound.
We're talking $477.50.
All you have to do to win that cash is be caller number 5 at 623-1025.
And tell us, what is this sound?
What is it?
Caller number 5, 623-1025.
Going to win $477.50 if you can tell us what the secret sound is.
From the 4 states #1 for cash.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 1.
Hi, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 2.
Hi there, Morning Kicks.
Caller number 3.
Hi, Morning Kicks.
Caller 4.
Hi, Morning Kicks. Who is this? Hello. Okay, next one. Hi there, Morning Kicks. Who is this?
This is Casey.
Casey, where are you from?
Casey from Columbus.
Casey from Columbus.
You are calling number 5. Woo! Casey, it's your chance to win $477.50.
If you can tell us, what is this sound?
Is it biting into an apple?
He says biting into an apple.
For $477.50, that is not it.
But we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Casey, making it $502.50.
And give you another chance to play with MJ at 11:20. It was when you were opening the bag and doing the call and then looking at your watch and yelling, Randy.
What? Does that all happen at the same time?
Yes, it all happens very quickly. I like when Randy's listing all the things that are there at the spot.
To make it a perfect snipe hunt spot. It's got branches, trees, branches, leaves. All 3 of the snipe food group.
Oh, it's very good.
And I just do it like, it's got trees, branches, leaves. Look at this. Look at this, Jen. Look at what we have here.
So matter of
Come
fact.
see what I have brought.
Thank you, Gary. It was a little painful, going through that and being left in the woods, but I do like how the video turned out.
Oh, man.
And I feel much better today. Not all sweaty and dirty and
Yeah,
dog food smelly.
I agree.
Hey, good morning, Kinda. How you doing? We've got 40 seconds. But are you ready?
Hey, you.
Me?
Yeah, you.
Oh, what about me?
Nothing.
No, okay. That was a good talk. Okay, my hair is not doing great. Morning, Kathy. Here we go.
Morning,
Here we
Kathy.
go. 1 second.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for cash.
Looking for caller number 5 to guess and win the secret sound. Casey from Columbus.
You are caller
Yeah.
number 5.
All right.
Casey, it's your chance to win $477.50.
If you can tell us what is this sound?
Is it biting into an apple?
He says biting into an apple,
For $477.50, that is not it.
but we're going to put another $25 in the jackpot, Casey, making it $502.50.
And give you another chance to play with MJ at 11:20.
All right, thank you.
That's another thing, I think.
He also laughed when Randy said that's where they found the dead body. Oh, but it's not there
Oh,
now.
look, that's where they found a body. And I'm like, Shh, no, there's no body here. Come on.
That was good.
All right, that's it. I can't believe just, man, less than 30 minutes.
When she says Scooby. So third Thursday is tonight. Is anyone going to be out there for it? I will be. I'm trying to decide how much I want to dress up for it. I've seen some really cute headbands that have like witches hats and festive-y Halloween-y stuff on them. And so I'm thinking about getting one of those. Because I wore like a Christmassy kind of one for the Christmas parade last year in Joplin. So I'm thinking that's what I might do. I mean, I've got like cat ears and I've got fox ears and stuff like that, but I think the headband might just be the thing. Let me see what I can find. Halloween headband. Ba-dum. Yeah, see, this one's just a cute little witch's hat. This one is, I don't even know what this is. A top hat with a spider on it. This one has little bats on it. I'm just looking for a headband to wear tonight. Oh, see, this one's even cuter. It's a little witch's hat that has like a spider web on it.
Oh, yeah, that's way better, Jen.
Thank you.
Holy cow.
Because I figure I can wear one of those. I can wear it tonight, and then I'll wear it again at Spook Tour or something like that.
Oh, great. Oh, my gosh.
Ooh, these ones glow in the dark. That's fun. How cool would that be? It gets dark at night.
No matter
tonight.
what you do, it will not compare with what you're getting ready to see tonight.
Oh, I know. I have no doubt. Where am I going to be at? I am going to be about
Fourth.
fifth. I thought it was fifth.
I think it's 4th.
Hold on. I have to know.
It is right before the library. So it's in the street that dead ends.
We are going to be right at. No, right there. 5th and.
So 5th.
The intersection of 5th and Main.
So they've moved you up. I mean, yeah, they've moved us up.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, we are right next to Central Christian Center.
Yeah, that's further up than was when I was there.
Oh, no. Oh, no. Oh,
what?
no. I'm going to be down the street from A. Ray's Cheesecakes. Oh,
From
no.
who?
A. Ray's Cheesecake.
Oh, no.
And Take a Stand's going to be there. Ooh, no. This could be dangerous.
Oh, Jen.
Because I'm going to be there early enough to get some dinner.
Oh, Jen.
Morning, Melissa. There's a really funny TikTok that's, oh, Grace. Oh, Grace. I'll have to play for you sometime. I like the Halloween Heaven idea. I think that's probably what I'm going to do. What was everyone's favorite movie or TV show growing up? I loved the movie Fox and the Hound. It was one of my very, very favorites.
Are we talking specifically Disney movies?
Now, Tiffany just said your favorite movie or TV show.
Lone Ranger. I loved when I was like 3 or 4 years old. I used to get to go over to my grandmother's house and watch the Lone Ranger in the afternoon at 4 o'clock. Loved that.
Morning, Floyd.
The old Clayton Moores, which, by the way, they are on somewhere. I saw them is on Philo or something like that. Maybe it's Paramount. Anyway, I tried to watch one of them the other day. I'm like, these are just stupid, ridiculous, absolutely no plot line whatsoever. and when they do, the continuity just is, it's all over the place.
I don't know, though, for TV show.
I liked Underdog, too. With Fractured Fairy Tales.
Mhm.
I loved Fractured Fairy Tales.
I don't even know what that is.
It was a cartoon, and they took a fairy tale you were familiar with and really just trashed the heck out of it.
I liked a lot of the Nickelodeon TV shows and cartoons and stuff.
There was a few I tolerated, I think. I didn't like Rocco's Modern Life, but we watched it a lot because my daughter, Candace, she liked it.
I wasn't allowed to watch that show
Why?
because my mom thought it was
Yeffa?
stupid.
Well, it was, but that's most cartoons are.
I
Ren and
couldn't watch.
Stimpy. I watched Ren and Stimpy.
Wasn't allowed to
I
watch
liked
anything.
Ren and Stimpy. And
Couldn't watch Rocco's Modern Life. Couldn't watch Ren and Stimpy.
then my youngest liked SpongeBob, and
Mm-hmm.
I just made sure they all of them got Bugs Bunny educated. They all to this day still love Bugs Bunny.
I liked the Wild Thornberries.
I hated that show.
Really? Why?
Hated it. Just the way they talked, the
Have a good one, Sarah.
whole animation style. I didn't
Rocket
like.
Power. Yes, that was another good one. Yes.
I don't remember Rocket Power. What was Rocket Power?
Kids that lived in Hawaii, right? They were best friends and they skated and they surfed.
I don't know that one.
Regina was the girl. She had purple hair. She was so cool.
Don't know that one at all. Yep.
Oh,
Hate that part of the song.
my gosh.
Everybody remember Johnny Quest?
Vaguely.
So there is a Space Ghost. You remember Space Ghost?
No. What's
Not Space Ghost. I'm sorry. Harvey Birdman, attorney-at-law.
Oh, vaguely, yes.
Yeah, well, where there's a custody battle going on between Race Bannon, who is the Race was the blonde-haired, muscle-bound guy. So the story of Johnny Quest is this boy and his Indian friend and his father, who is the scientist. And then there's this other guy named Race, who's a big, hunking, blonde guy. He's always... And I really never... For one thing, the stories had a continuity. So they had chapters, and if you missed one, you didn't know what was going on. And it seemed like they never showed them in order. So you just kind of watched because there was no other cartoons on. They had football on the other channel, so you just watched. Right. You're like, crap. And I don't know what's going on, but it was okay because it's cartoon. But KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen, 731.
Here's Cole Swindell.
On KIX 102.5. So the thing is, on Harvey Birdman, attorney-at-law, they've modernized it. So in this one, Race and, what's his name, Quest, the dad, are in a gay relationship, and they're arguing over custody over the boy, and it's just crazy. Hajib, which was the name of the Indian friend that he had, is claiming racial abuse and civil rights. It's just crazy, the context.
What's it called?
So it was called Harvey Birdman, attorney-at-law, but it's the Johnny Quest episodes.
Okay. That's wild.
What they do with Johnny Quest, or with Harvey Birdman, attorney-at-law, is they take old cartoons from out of the 70s that now they can get easy access to. I don't think it's public domain yet, but they can get easy access to them, and they can use those animations to rebuild storyboards and redo the entire story using these old characters, old animations and stuff, and it's hilarious what they do with them.
Yeah. Oh, Tiffany, did you know that YouTube is streaming all the Halloween Town movies?
What? All the what?
Halloween Town movies.
Halloween Town. What is Halloween Town?
Old Disney movies that are about a town called Halloween Town.
Really? Disney's letting them do that?
Uh-huh. They're streaming them all back to back to back to back. So
what the heck?
It's live streaming, I guess. So you don't really know when you're going to pop in there, but...
Huh.
Kathy says you're freezing again.
Uh-oh. What is it up to? Well, it's down now. 4190. Shouldn't be.
Know. Yeah, Hey Arnold was great. I loved that show.
I didn't like Hey Arnold either. That's
Why?
another one of those that I just could not connect with the style and with the animation, but mostly it was the style, the storytelling style.
Mm-hmm.
There's no real, I don't know, when I think cartoons, I don't think all cartoons should be slapstick, Bugs Bunny style. There's some storylines, but I think there needs to be more attention deficit disorder with cartoons.
Mm-hmm.
Not needs to be, but should be.
Yeah.
For me, anyway.
I always wanted Arnold's bedroom. I thought he had the coolest room. Now, he has no idea what Halloween Town is. Clearly.
Never heard of Halloween Town.
18 seconds. Five seconds. Here we go.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. It's 50 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 25 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, we're getting ready for the Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour.
Yeah, we've had a meeting with Lisa Martin yesterday from Paranormal Science Lab about this year's Haunted Spook Tour. So we've got some ideas about what we want to do for the Spook Tour this year.
But we want to hear your ideas, too.
Yeah.
Maybe you've got some places that we've never been to before that you think we should go to. We want to hear all about those ideas.
Now, there is some criteria you need to keep in mind, okay? We've got to visit 3 or 4 locations and be back to Joplin by 10 o'clock. So if you start saying, well, in New Jersey, come on. Be real. This is one night, all right, from 6 o'clock. So it needs to be within 20, 30 minutes of this area.
Right. I mean, I'd rather spend more time at the wherever we're going to go than driving
Rather
there.
than driving. So
Right.
Eureka Springs is out. Let me just tell you right off the bat, we're not going to Eureka Springs. We're not going to Springfield. We're not going to Tulsa. Nothing like that. It's got to be local.
But call or text to let us know your ideas at 623-1025.
I will say, if you want to tell us about some of your haunted locations, saying, I realize we can't go there, but I once went to blah, 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 that would be okay.
Yeah, that would be okay, too. So I have been trying to find just the right workout program for me.
I've been trying to tell her, come to my gym. I love my gym. It's such a great place. And as long as you don't go there while I'm there.
I don't know that I'm ready to commit to a gym, though, because there's so many things that you can do at home. And there's so many workout videos and things that you can
real.
do. No, I'm serious.
Yeah,
I'm serious.
But you're not going to do it if it's at home.
Okay,
we
but
all
listen,
know that.
listen, I found this new one, though, that is perfect just in time for Halloween. And I think I might be able to stick with this one.
Exorcisms are expanding, and so is your waistline.
Great.
I've packed on the pounds.
The devil made me do it.
Yeah,
now,
that is good
you
for
can
Jen.
drive out the demons while dropping the pounds with Jazzercism.
Come on, class. Spin those heads around. 360 degrees. And again. That's it. Now get rid of that fattening pea soup. Let it all out.
Jazzercism is the fun way to get in shape and get rid of Satan.
Great job. Let's take a quick break and grab some holy water.
The power of Jazzercism compels you to become the new you
The demon is completely gone. And so are my love handles.
That's the spirit.
of Jazzercism.
Let's look at the throw up of the pea soup. I'm like, oh, wait, that might be bad. I forgot about that part. It's all right.
I need to go pee. I'll be right back.
Yeah, you do.
Yeah, I do.
Yeah, you do. Oh. So we've already got a page built for the Morning Kicks Haunted Spook Tour on the website, but it doesn't have anything really in it except for what day, what time, and all that. But starting probably later today or tomorrow, we will have locations. We're going to make final decisions on our locations, and we will be dropping some pins on the map so that you can, all you'll have to do is that night, you just click on the pin, and it should pull it up in your map on your navigation. And then you just drive there, and we'll say be there by this time or that time or whatever time. But we do have some new suggestions. Yeah, it's way, way down below on bit rate right now what it normally is or normally should be. I mean, we've normally been at 4,500 kilobytes per second, which is where you guys start usually complaining about freezing. We're down at 3,800. So, hi there, Morning Kicks. Good morning. Well, hey, Dustin, what's going on? What do you want to hear, Dustin? Garth. All right, we'll try to get some on for you, buddy. All right, thanks. Have a great day. So I have this one particular artist that I really, really like. He's not a country artist, but he is, I think I've told you guys about him. He is a genius, Jacob Collier, and he's just a kid from England, really. And he doesn't belong to any record label or he doesn't have any management company, but he has won multiple Grammys. He's had multiple albums out, and he does everything himself on YouTube. And his music, some of the stuff he does is so complex musically. He's a musical prodigy, genius. He plays most instruments. He has perfect pitch. He is, okay, you think of Mozart being here. This guy is here. I'm not exaggerating. I'm not kidding. Somebody who has a degree in music theory and music sciences. This guy is unbelievable. In fact, he already has a couple of pre-proposed music theories that he has put forward to Juilliard and to Berkeley and to another school of music, MIT. And they are reviewing those now to getting ready to make them recognized, accepted musical facts or music laws that have never been discovered before. We didn't know there were anymore. And they're too complicated to even talk about. But he only usually does world tours where he visits like a couple of cities within each country. He's doing a North American tour next year. I'm so excited about that. Megan says she still can't log in. I'm noticing, too, Megan, that they don't. Oh, Megan, if you will go to the KIX chat page, there is a button that says need help ? Please do this because you could be helping other people with this. There is a need help button now at the bottom of the chat. This is brand new. Jason just put up there. You're going to be talking directly through to him. So it's going to go directly to the website, people. I want you to go on there and describe what is happening with you. Be as thorough as you can. If you have a screenshot you want to put in there, do that. Okay? That will really, really help. So instead of you telling us and us trying to convey that information to them, we've now got that button on there where you guys, when you have troubles of any kind, log in, chat's not working, it's not updating, especially login issues. Video is freezing on you. Click that need help button. That will automatically send information directly to the people who can do something about it. Such a great idea from Jason. That was genius of him. The need help button is on the chat, by the way. I was just telling them how to use it.
Where? I don't see it.
It's on the down underneath the chat.
Oh, I see it now. That's awesome. Thank you, Jason.
So, yeah, if you guys are having trouble, like Megan's just like at the point of giving up. She's tried so many different things. And I'm like, before you completely give up, please go do that. And let them know exactly. Be as specific and as detailed as you guys can when you tell them the troubles. I mean, start at the beginning and walk your way through what happens.
Yeah. Just in case you can't even get to the button, Megan, there's that link for you.
What?
I'm having
Thoughts?
As told by Ginger. I'm gone down the cartoon rabbit hole childhood show thing.
Which one are you talking about now?
As told by Ginger. I loved that show. I thought it was so good.
Well, the Harvey Birdman that I was talking about earlier,
Mm-hmm.
it's an adult cartoon. I definitely wouldn't let your kids see that. I mean, it's not horrible, but take, for instance, his daughter, who is going to college, and she's like in her 20s, and she has taken on the superhero role of Bird Girl. And so every now and then she will put on her suit, her costume, and he doesn't know that it's her. He thinks she's hot.
No!
And so she's having trouble dealing with the fact that her father keeps coming on to her.
Yeah, 5 seconds.
And he doesn't have an alias. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen 746.
It's George Birch.
Mind on you.
On me?
No, on
Oh,
on
man.
you, whoever
Okay,
George is
okay.
coming out.
4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. The more and more I look at the date time thing on our website, the better it looks. I don't know what happened yesterday because you remember how dark it looked all the time. But now whenever I go look at it, that is way lighter now.
Yeah, it is. What the heck?
I don't know. It was not apparently updating the image cache or something. I don't know what was going on, but
Yeah, it looks great like how it is.
Yeah.
That's so strange. Hey, Dorinda, I posted over on the other chat the link directly to that form just in case you're too frozen and can't even get to the button. There's a haunted house in Oklahoma. Nowata? It's a
that's too
hands-on.
far.
Hands-on. She says that she knows it's not local. It's a hands-on haunted house, and they use fake blood, and people jump out.
Oh, no. We're not talking spook houses, okay? Don't misunderstand. This happens every year, too. People say, oh, you ought to go visit such and such. It's real cheap. No, we're talking real haunted locations or places that have haunted legends associated with them.
Yeah.
So we're not talking about fake haunted houses.
You on my mind. Ba-da-ba-da-ba. We're getting a phone call.
What? Hi there, Morning KIX.
Hey, Randy.
Yeah.
I got a question for you.
Okay.
That new song, Chevrolet, isn't it kind of got the same theme as one of the Beach Boys songs?
What new song, Chevrolet? I've not heard a new song, Chevrolet.
It's got Jolly Roll and...
Oh, that's not the name of it. Hold on just a second. We're jumping on the air here.
Hold on.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen 749.
We'll see sunshine this afternoon with highs in the low 70s. It's 50 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast and 4 states news in just 11 minutes.
Plus, in the next hour, because we're just 1 week away now from the Morning KIX Spook Tour.
That's right. I mean, it's next week, next Thursday night at 6 p.m. We're going to be meeting here at the KIX studio. Come in costume if you want to. And doing our annual cram it in the studio picture before we leave.
How many people did we get last year? Like, I'm pretty sure we broke a record, right? I mean, we were
70.
sardines
I
in
think
here.
it was 70. We ought to write this stuff down.
We really should.
I don't even remember how many years we've been doing this. Seriously, we were going to figure out, it's the 13th annual, 12th. We couldn't remember. It's been so long we've been doing the Haunted Spook Tour that it's just become an iconic thing in the 4 states.
And it's kind of grown in really cool ways. Like this year, thanks to LA Restaurant Supply, we're going to have some delicious popcorn and cotton candy for everyone who actually comes down to the studio as well.
Yep, going to be handing that out. Thanks to Daniel and the crew down there for helping us out with that. They just stepped up and said, hey, we want to give your guests this. And I'm like, awesome.
Which is such a cool thing
Yeah.
to do, to volunteer like that. So thank you, guys.
So, unfortunately, in that amount of time, there are few locations with haunted associations with them that we haven't visited. We visited most of the ones in the 4 states, but every now and then someone suggests something that we're like, oh, we've not been there.
So if you've got an idea of where we should go for the Haunted Spook Tour, let us know. We'd like to hear about it.
We're going to have complete location details up by this weekend on the website. And, of course, you're going to be hearing more over the next week about it because as we get closer to the funky haunted houses, it's time to go visit some of them, Jen.
Woohoo!
Oh, it's a haunted house. It's scary, scary, making me scream out loud. Oh, it's a haunted house. If you go in there, you'll be scared. Have to change your underwear. It's a haunted house. On Halloween, everybody goes looking at the spooky ghosts. You know it's got everything from Frankenstein to the Walking Dead. Yeah. And Dracula gonna suck your blood.
Your blood.
Lunatics, murderers, lunatics, and their severed heads.
Oh, it's a haunted house. Yeah. It's frightening. Somebody help me get out. Oh, it's a haunted house. Full of maniacs. It's pitch black. Gonna have a heart attack. Oh, it's a haunted house. If you go in there, you'll be scared. Have to change your underwear. Ooh.
It's Morning Kicks with Randy and Jen on the 4 states #1 for country.
Sorry about your wait there. So the song he's talking about with Laney Wilson is Somebody Save Me.
Silver
Save me.
Dollar
Somebody
City's
save me.
grandest harvest festival, presented by Humana, is finally here.
Hello, are you still there?
Fun-filled days of crafts, rides, and music get even better after dark.
sorry.
With
That will help right there. No, we
There
were
we go.
saying the name of that song is Somebody Save Me. Yeah.
Doesn't it have like some kind of like rhythm as one of the Beach Boys songs though?
I
News
don't
to me, but I wouldn't be surprised. I mean, there's nothing new in music. It's been the same for about the past 4,000 years, so nothing changes. It's just
I was just kind of curious because it sounded like another song if you were to add the words to it.
right.
You know what the Beach Boys song is? I'm not very familiar with them, to be honest with you.
With who? The Beach Boys?
Yeah.
They're not country.
Yeah.
So, all right. Well, I just figure I'd pass that along.
Thank you, man.
All right. Thanks, Sean. We'll talk to you later. Bye.
Random.
We did turn the commercials off, right?
Yes.
Kathy
Cut it up where
says,
you could hear.
I want to go to Peace Church Cemetery.
You know, I do too, and I was very tempted this year. They don't like it when we visit there. Okay, the family, the Cook family, is the ones who run the Peace Church Cemetery, and they live up there on the hill right above it. And they are really unhappy when people go down there and sensationalize the whole thing. There's some of them that are still in denial about
There's the phone.
Billy Cook and what he did, even though he was convicted and executed. Hi there, Morning Kicks.
So, shame on you, Randy, for leaving Jen in the woods. That's like a
Do what? What'd you say?
shame on you.
Yes.
Leaving Jen in the woods.
Well, shame on you, Kendra, for your face.
Whoa, rude.
And I think, I know you can't visit it because it's actually outside where I work at is actually haunted. I've experienced stuff up there.
Experience stuff.
Like what? What
Like in the
happened?
bathroom after taco night?
Randy,
Ew,
ew.
that's
gross.
scary.
No, like, you'll see like a person like dressed up in the old, and they
Dressed up in the old.
different. We've had some suicides there.
Wait a-
Way before I started, but their spirits have never left.
That must not be a very positive place to work. I've had it with this.
I've been told there's a place in Stella, the old, there's like a house that used to be a hospital.
I've heard that.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I've heard some horror stories about that place. But
Well, I tell you what,
There you
I won't take Jen into the woods anymore if you'll promise to wear a bag over your head.
Randy! Oh my gosh, that's
Well,
so mean.
Just say I'm just throwing it out there.
Stop it.
What?
and you have to watch Halloween Town.
No, that's ridiculous. That's not an iconic movie. I've never even heard of it.
Halloween Town is great. Yeah, I know what it is. I actually know that one.
All right. Talk to you later, Kendra.
Bye, Kendra.
So I need to look, though, and double check where to do streaming movies. I'm not sure that it is available.
That's not good.
Yeah, worried me a little bit.
Yeah, worries me too.
Yeah, really worries you. You're really worried.
No.
Jason's really worried. Look at that. Oh, that's not what's wrong with it.
Why are you being so hateful?
So easy.
Quit being hateful. Da ba da. Scooby Dooby. Scooby Dooby Dooby. Scooby Dooby Dooby. Scooby. Mm-hmm. 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 Da ba da ba da.
Pa da pa. Da pa ta.
Da ba da 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 da. Scooby Dooby
No,
Doo.
no. Then that's where we draw the line.
Jordan says, okay, I'm over here now. It's frozen up 2 times. Man.
Did you click on the need help button? Like I told you to do?
Megan says, I think the east side of the county has some good haunted ground. I think y'all just need to schedule the tour a bit earlier. Richie Manson, oldest Civil War cemetery, battlefields, maybe one day.
Up to Richie Mansion. Wait a minute.
So part of the reason we don't schedule it earlier, though, is because people from all over the listening area want to come to this, and they don't get off work at 5.
Most people get off work about 5, so 6 is about as early as we can possibly do it. It's just one of the reasons we do it on a Thursday night is because there's local football on Friday nights, and people have already things planned for Friday night. So we try to pick a night where it's not likely to have something going on.
Right.
Thursday is the best night for that. And to be done and back by 10 so that people can get their kids in bed for school the next day.
Mm-hmm. I have the Scooby song stuck in my head now. You're welcome.
I think we ought to run her out of town.
No. Floyd says, my daughter likes Darkwing Duck. Yes.
I kind of like Darkwing Duck.
I didn't mind Darkwing.
That and DuckTales wasn't too awful bad.
Da, 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 da. Anytime DuckTales. I also liked
my kids
Chippendale Rescue Rangers.
Yeah, tolerable.
Oh, good. Our video's been blocked in 2 locations. Is it Russia and Belarus?
Why? Because of our song parody, maybe?
Probably. Oh, my Lanta.
What is it?
I just found a video of a DIY giant peanut butter cup. Why? Why, people? Why? That's the coolest looking spatula ever! It's like, what is going on with that wood? Oh my gosh. It's like oil slick or something. That is so cool looking. I love it. Oh my gosh, this looks so good. Don't forget, we're not going to see Candy Jan tomorrow.
That's right. We'll be at the doctor's.
Just a thought, one year do something different. Richie Mansion is up there with the Frederick House.
You mean Kendrick House?
Richie Manson, oldest Civil War.
We try to
cemetery
do something
battlefields.
different every year, or at least slightly different.
Where is the oldest Civil War cemetery? What is that?
Oldest? I mean, it would have
That's
to.
what Megan said.
You mean around here? I'm not sure what you mean. I mean, that would be like over near Bull Run, right? Because that was the first battle. And like, Bull Run is in Maryland, Virginia, wherever. So over on the East Coast was where the oldest one would be.
Where's the oldest one around here?
I don't know. I mean, I don't know which battle was first. And really, it's hard to know where a lot of the Civil War burials are because they're so old, and a lot of them we no longer have records of where it is. I would say probably Carthage's cemetery, the memorial cemetery that's there, the big one up on the hill over on the west side of town. Probably.
I love oil slick hair color. I think it's so pretty. What are you still needing, Melissa? What's in the storage unit? Floyd says, let's go look for Kevin Bacon.
Yeah, they'll appreciate that.
Oh my gosh. Listen. Tuesday we did this.
Yeah.
Or not Tuesday, Monday.
Monday we did this story.
What
and
the
it's just
heck?
now on Thursday. So, don't know. They still haven't found him, though. It's pretty amazing.
Oh, they found the car even?
I don't think so.
Wow.
Pretty crazy. She ran over him twice. I don't know if that meant front wheel, back wheel, or if she backed up.
Mm-hmm. All right, here we go. 15 seconds. Sunshine with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. We'll see clear skies with lows in the upper 40s tonight. Sunshine and 77 for tomorrow. About the same for Saturday. Sunshine with highs in the mid-70s.
KIX 102.5 storm tracker radar is just showing a few clouds over the 4 states.
50 in Monette, 45 in Pittsburgh, 49 in Joplin. To get signed up for severe weather alerts, head to the KIX app.
So we are 1 week away from the Morning KIX, the annual Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour, which is going to be happening next Thursday night at 6 p.m.
But we want to know, where do you think we ought to go this year? Like, we had our meeting with Lisa yesterday. We've got some ideas in mind. But what do you think? Do you guys have any ideas of your own places we should go?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
You can also tell us on Facebook.
Here's Carrie Underwood.
Blown away.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Boop, 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 boop.
Did you win it?
Mm-mm. Why doesn't Facebook have any? So it has an area for our recently used backgrounds, but there's nothing there.
That's new. I've never seen that before.
So when you're making a post, and you can click the background, it has the most popular, and then it has the list of all of them. At the very top, it says recently used, and there's nothing
Used
there.
to, it was just most popular.
Not anymore.
Yeah, I've never seen that recently used. That must be a new thing. So they were taking them away a week or two ago. Remember?
Mhm.
They were gone. I couldn't access them on scheduling, but now that's all back.
Megan says, one of them houses Newtonia Battles around here, I do believe, is one of the oldest. It's labeled Civil War Cemetery.
I've not seen that or heard of that.
Newtonia Civil War. It's labeled and documented. Wow. That's cool. Where is Newtonia from here?
No, it's on there. I've seen it before on the map. I think it's down there. Isn't it down there in the Osho? Oh.
I don't see it.
I know the Raiders Farm is one of the oldest. So, and it was not officially Civil War battle. There were local militias and the Raiders from out of Kansas. Us being so close to Kansas, that was just constant border warfare because Kansas was one side and Missouri in this area was another,
Mm-hmm.
and it was just constant border warfare. Bloody Bill Anderson of Villa, the story of the headless rebel or whatever he is, the rotten rebel or whatever, is one of the victims of Bloody Bill Anderson's campaign that he did through this area.
Megan says east of Neosho. Between Neosho and Fairview?
I think so. Yeah, over in that area, which I would love to be able to somehow arrange it where we could get over and do some of the Neosho area. We've never done that, but it's very hard when logistically you're trying to put everything together to be able to visit. We've never had good spook tours whenever we visit outside of our area. Never, ever works out well.
Why do you think that is?
It's too long. Takes too long to get there. People bail on it, I think.
Mm-hmm. Have you looked at the forecast for next week yet? Do we know what it's going to be like?
No, I haven't, and they don't know either, so I don't hold out a lot of hope of that being anything or them knowing anything, really.
Tuesday night, and Wednesday, there's a chance of showers.
Well, that means there'll be colder temperatures afterwards. If that happens, more than likely that we'll have a cooler. So that might mean a colder spook tour, which is not the first time we've had that happen.
Mm-hmm.
We've even had it spitting snow on the spook tour before.
That's crazy. Scott says, go to the Heartland Ghost in Atchison, Kansas. Atchison?
Where's Atchison?
Atchison's way out there. We can't go to Atchison.
Again, if you want to tell us about your haunted locations that you've heard about in the area and say, man, I wish we could go to this. I realize it's too far away. That's cool. But remember, we can only stay local. It's one night.
Mm-hmm.
Got to be back in time.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, Atchison's way up north, Kansas. It's by Kansas City, is that right? See if I can find it real quick. Yeah, it's north of Fort Leavenworth. I know that. Have a good day, Kathy. Snow, rain, wind, cold. I hope we don't have any of that. That would just be miserable. I need to check the schedule. I think the boys' last soccer game is on Thursday. Or he's got something going on Thursday. I need to double check. Okay, so the Atchison YMCA is super cool looking. Wow. That's a neat building. I've completely gone down the Atchison rabbit hole, and they have got some really, really cool buildings. The Gargoyle House. It's beautiful. It's huge. And has actual gargoyles up there. 10 seconds, just in time.
Can't have mine. KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. Is 49 in Joplin.
And we'll give you a look at the weather forecast in about 15 minutes. You were asking what the weather was going to be like next Thursday. Nobody knows. Nobody knows. I don't care what kind of weather forecast you've got. If they're predicting more than 5 days out, they're blowing smoke.
I just hope that the weather's going to be nice this year because we actually had really good weather last year. We lucked out for sure.
You mean for the Haunted Spook Tour?
Yeah, for the Haunted Spook Tour. We're only 1 week away.
And that's what we're talking about today is where do you think we ought to visit for this year's Haunted Spook Tour?
You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Or tell us on Facebook.
Here's Corey Kent.
On the 4 states, #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. Didn't resell that, did I?
Huh? Yeah. Always got to remember that.
Yep. Morning, Carol.
As long as one of us does.
My earrings are stabbing into my head.
Stabbing into my eyes.
No, they're not. These are the earrings that I wore on Kyle and I's first date. So they're very good earrings. Thank you. You should look up the Atchison YMCA, though, and the
Atchison?
Gargoyle Building.
Oh.
There's actually
Yeah, I
some
would
really
love
cool
to
places.
see that.
You know, Atchison is just way too far away.
Atchison, what?
Kansas. Oh, it's way up north, Kansas.
Yeah. Oh, yeah, that does look. What is that, 4 floors? 5? 5 counting the gables?
Which one did you look up? The
Rosin presentation. The Atchison YMCA has continuously served the community needs of Atchison. It's got the green around the white. It is a pretty building. Very pretty. I love how kept up it is.
Yeah.
But I bet there is some stuff with that. So we had somebody from the city in yesterday that was talking about how one of the city buildings is haunted. And she has only worked there a brief period of time, but already, I guess, has had some experiences.
Oh, they're talking about the party bus. They wish that was still a thing.
Oh, yeah. Well, if the agency that was doing that was still available, then we probably would. But unfortunately, he's gotten rid of a lot of his vehicles and is not doing that anymore. So, unfortunately.
How did you get to be on the party bus?
You'd had to make wasn't it a bid? We auctioned off seats.
Did the money go to
St. Jude.
St. Jude. Awesome.
Which it never raised, a lot, $400 or $500 tops,
Well, every dollar counts.
Yeah.
That's not what I wanted. I love the picture we got with Spook Tour last year.
Yes. We tried to do that every year where we can have one. And I like that we're building albums for them so that they're easier to find these pictures every year. You don't have to go digging.
How do I do this?
Tell me how to fish, don't tell me how to drink. There's country today.
That was so good.
Thank you.
I'm just amazed. That was very, very impressive. I'm Scooby-Doo.
No, Jen. Bad. Go on the paper.
Me. I just don't know. I don't know. Dorinda says she misses the party bus too. She's going to be there for Spook Tour.
It did make it a lot easier. You didn't have to drive and everything.
The last year the party buses ran, the one leaked bad.
Yeah.
Rained that entire time in Carthage.
They were kind of decrepit.
I think that's why he probably got rid of those.
Yeah, he got rid of them. I don't know if he sold them or what, but unfortunately, it's just not an option anymore.
Is Atchison, Kansas, a place where there's allegedly a portal to hell? Where is that in Kansas?
I've heard of that. I have heard of that. I don't know.
That's in Stoll, Kansas. The gates of hell. Excuse me.
So another one is Bender's Mound. I really, really, really would like to go to Bender's Mound.
Mm-hmm.
That story fascinates the heck out of me.
Yeah, the Stoll Cemetery. 15 seconds.
Here we go. KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
Sunshine with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. It's 49 in Joplin.
And we've got to look at the weather forecast in about 4 minutes. But we're talking because a week from tonight is the annual Haunted Spook Tour.
So we want to know where you think that we should go next week.
It's going to be starting at 6 p.m. We'll be meeting here at the studios. We'll do our annual picture. So come in costume. We're going to be giving away prizes. Allied Restaurant Supply is going to be giving away popcorn and cotton candy to everybody who's there. And then we're going to be visiting some of the 4 states' scariest locations.
Yeah, so where do you think we ought to go? 623-1025.
Hi there, Morning KIX.
The old hospital in Carthage is supposed to be haunted.
Old hospital in Carthage. Which one's that?
It's McCumbrook's on Centennial. It's now the Carthage Water and Electric.
Yeah, that's what I thought.
They say there's balls that roll down there and, just all kinds of things that happen still.
We have worked a couple of times trying to get contact with someone in the McCumbrook's building to let us in there because we've heard so many different stories. Never have gotten to go visit it.
Where do you think we ought to go for the Haunted Spook Tour?
Bender's Mound.
Bender's Mound. Where's Bender's Mound?
Between Parsons and Independence.
Yeah, that would take too long to get to.
But what's the story about it?
This is an amazing story. Go ahead and tell her.
Well, it was where the Bender family used to live, and they said that when people would come visit them, like travelers, and they said that they would save them in the basement and eat them and stuff.
Ew.
And
Nice.
I don't know. It was all kind of weird and creepy, and they say it's really haunted because the base of the house is still up there, but the house is gone.
You know, you'd think after a couple of victims, people would have stopped visiting.
Well, maybe they had really good cable.
Good camp or good soup.
Or good soup.
No, the Bender's Mound story is crazy. So what happened was a senator, Kansas senator's son, or a general, anyway, his son disappeared, and it was in between Parsons and some of those towns, and they realized the last known sighting of them was at the Bender farm. So they organized a posse to go get the family, and the family had took off, realizing they were coming.
Right.
And they chased them down, and according to legend, they killed them and dumped their body in the Arkansas River, their bodies. Charles Ingalls.
Oh, from Ingalls Wilder, right?
Yeah, from Laura Ingalls Wilder
Yes.
from Little House on the Prairie. He was a member of that posse.
No way.
This is documented by Laura. Later on in life, she wrote and did a lot of interviews, and she said, there's some things I could not include in the Little House books because of the content. And she told this story.
So then when they went back to the house, what did they find?
Well, they found bodies, tons and tons of bodies buried in the crawl space out in the apple orchard, and they were all cut on and eaten on like they were trying to take the meat off them. Yeah.
Oh, my God.
So, crazy story. There's supposedly a movie being made about that story right now.
Oh, I don't know that I want to see that one. It sounds terrifying.
Jen's movie Rehab.
Wait, no. Let us know where you think we got to go for the spook tour next week.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
In your neighborhood.
Come on in.
Randy and Jen and Morning Kicks invite you to the annual Haunted Spook Tour.
Join us on Thursday, October 26th at 6 p.m. in the KIX Studios.
And come in costume because we're going to be giving away prizes.
And Allied Restaurant Supply is going to be giving away popcorn and cotton candy.
We'll take our annual studio picture before we leave. Okay, just want you guys. Who you going to call? We got another commercial that I think is way funnier. That is about the spook tour.
The portal to hell is at Bobby Mackey Music World in Wilder, Kentucky.
What? I thought it was in Kansas.
Stoll,
pretty sure
Kansas,
it's in
the cemetery. Melissa says, I'd go if I had someone to ride with. I don't see well in the dark to drive.
Well, that's the thing. I think somebody ought to make a Facebook page for Morning Kicks carpools or something.
Oh, yeah.
You know? I think that would be a good idea. Or some of you guys, especially that are on the Kicks family here, on our live video, ought to say, hey, I'm willing to drive if someone will chip in gas. Or somebody want to ride with me. Or I'm looking for someone to ride with.
Right, or I have one seat or whatever.
Yeah, I bet we could get some organization done here.
Representative Jim Jordan says that he's still best positioned to bring Republicans together.
Okay. That's not what I see, but okay. I think it's a huge mess. I don't know what they're going to do.
I don't know
That's
either.
just an indication of how divisive our political parties are right now.
Mm-hmm.
There's something's going to have to happen. There's going to have to be some sort of separation or split, which I don't necessarily think is a bad thing. I think we could move to a 3-party system. It's happened before in history. We've had 3 and 4 parties before.
Yeah, you guys here on the chat are pretty good about hashing things out in terms of carpooling and things, but I'm sure there's other people.
Yeah. Well, and if you were, we could tell people on air, hey, they're organizing carpools and stuff for the Haunted Spook Tour on the live video. Come on with us in the morning and tell people you need a ride. I'd be careful, of course. Be responsible about this. You got to be careful, what strangers you let in with you. But let's say you've got a group of 4 that you know and trust. I wouldn't feel uncomfortable about letting one more person go if I had the room.
Yeah.
Or even if I had a group of 3.
Have a great day, Melissa. Don't forget, we got to do Forest Dodge Hill today.
Yeah. That was priority. That and voice tracking. Stupid ears.
Let's see. Tammy says, Newtonia haunted Ritchie Mansion and Cemetery, just like Megan said.
Yeah. One of the places we've always wanted to go. It's just unfortunately always been a little bit too far. Yeah. And there was a problem with Newtonia. I know we've talked about it once. Was it last year we talked about it with Lisa? And
I don't think so.
There was a problem. I can't remember why.
No.
You win?
No, one of my friends is taking her daughter to Disney World for the first time. It's very exciting.
Epic.
Yeah.
It's like a major life event, I think.
Yeah. I finally went when I was a senior in high school. And even as a senior in high school, I thought it was just the best time.
Yeah. Well, I didn't get to go until we moved to Joplin. Children's Miracle Network took me the first time. And I was so blown away by it. I was, what? Oh, just got a new kids pledge. Oh, it's an M4A.
Who's it from? Do you know?
Renly something. Mark forwarded it to us.
Oh.
Oh, we have an overlap between Wade and Downstream. Trying to figure this out. So it's the same night as Wade's RV.
Then we can't do it.
Yeah, I can't. So they're trying to figure it out what would be ideal. I would think for you, since you're already out doing it. Just saying, I think Downstream is one of the higher paying ones too. I'm not sure. But again, you don't have to.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to sign this to MJ, and he owes me big time. So I'm going to feel free about saying, hey, you're doing this. Cancel your plans, buddy. If you don't want to, go tell Mark.
We'll see how they get it moved.
That whole attitude.
Yeah. Well, say that to old man in the afternoon.
I would have if he would have been in there yesterday, but I know what's going to happen there. That's more important.
It is stupid. Oh, Wade's RV, that remote's not even on the...
It's on Thursday, isn't it? No.
No, it's on Friday.
Okay. He knows what he's talking about.
But it's not even on our calendar.
No, it's not. It's not on our calendar, or is it
Our
not?
calendar.
I've already got it all scheduled and everything and be promotions.
I've got the PRF right here.
Add it on there. You got to go. What did you say about P?
I've got it. No, I got the PRF. How do you identify it as a?
Click on options more. On that pull down menu, when you click the pencil, down there's a colored ball with a pull down arrow next to it. And then remotes is the yellow one. I just do that so it's easily visible.
Where's my PRF?
There's so much stuff on our calendar that you can't see it now. I don't know how people get it to where it stacks those color blocks smaller.
I wish we could figure that out.
I have looked and looked and looked. Can't figure it out. Can't figure it out.
There you go. And you got Spook Tour on there. Do we have something going on the 28th that Saturday? I don't think so.
I don't think so.
And what time is the downstream scheduled for?
It's not. No, it is 5 to 7. But again, they're going to have to look at doing something. Isn't it set 5 to 7? Let me go look. Yeah, 5 to 7.
Got 15 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states #1 for country.
We're just 1 week away from the Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour, so we're wanting to know, where do you think we ought to go?
623-1025 to text or tell us.
Chris Kenny Chesney.
On KIX 102.5.
See, I did it again. I scrolled.
Huh?
Did I do this way?
Punch it up.
Why am I getting hunched?
Unconscious nervousness. Maybe that's cringy.
Cringy.
Maybe you hear your voice.
Thank you. Thank you so much.
Here to read.
You're a delight.
I am a treasure.
You're.
I am a gentleman and a scholar.
You're.
Incorrigible.
You're something, all right. Bunch of QC Kinetic stuff came in.
Oh.
Oh, I gotta do country dirt today. I just remembered. Or do it again.
Yeah. Oh, and I need to do weekend watch list. Try to get that out of the way today. If they've got it posted.
They don't.
I was afraid of that. Nope.
Riley Green turned 35 yesterday.
Happy birthday, Riley Green.
Bye, Riley.
I feel like some of those, I know you use them for country dirt, but if there ever are any that you don't, and we see it in a timely fashion, those would be okay to post individually.
Yeah, I've tried to keep an eye out for the birthday ones and stuff like that. But I always see them the next day. I don't know when they're posting those because they're not in the morning. 14 seconds.
KIX 102.5, the four states, #1 for country morning kicks with Randy and Jen, 8:35.
Sunshine with highs in the low 70s this afternoon. It's 49 in Joplin.
And we've got the morning kicks takeover starting in just 15 minutes.
So make sure to go on the KIX app and vote for the songs that you want us to play back for you starting at 8:50.
So we're talking today about where you think we ought to visit for the Morning Kicks Haunted Spook Tour, which is going to be happening 1 week from tonight.
There's lots of haunted places out there. Maybe there's some place that we just don't know about. You can call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
If you need more details about the Haunted Spook Tour, too, it's available at KIX1025.com, and maps of the locations, once we decide where we're going this year, are going to be available on there, too.
Yeah, so keep an eye on that webpage because it's going to be updated often.
Where do you think we should go for this year's Haunted Spook Tour?
Peace Church Cemetery.
Oh, yeah, right north of Joplin on Peace Church Road.
Yeah.
That's where the America's first documented serial killer is buried. Billy Cook.
Yeah, he's buried with his family, but in an unmarked plot outside of his family's area.
So can we go there?
Well, probably not, because I know his family, they maintain that cemetery there, and they are residents in the area, and they really don't like all the unwanted attention. Plus, it's really hard to park there.
Right.
We went out there and we took some pictures with cameras. It was very, very dark, of course, and we know vaguely where it is. We took some pictures out there, and there was no fog or anything, but when we got those pictures uploaded onto the computer, we found there was fog with faces in it. I still have copies of those photos.
All we got was pictures with like a little orb in it, a little glow in it.
If you go look on the KIX 102.5 Facebook page, there's an album back in there where we are at Peace Church, and you can see some of those photos.
No way.
Yeah.
That's so crazy.
So check it out. Where do you think we ought to go for this year's Haunted Spook Tour?
Have you ever heard of Bluff Cemetery?
Bluff Cemetery?
Mm-hmm.
Where's this?
It's in Lamar.
That would be a little out of the way for us to get to, but what's scary with it?
Like, you know how you watch the shows on TV and then they have to use their cameras to see the floating orb? When you go out there, you just see them. They're literally everywhere you go. They say, like, if you park near the bluff and put baby powder on your car, when you go out there, you'll see handprints and your car will be pushed. And they got little caves that you can go into, and it's super creepy.
Would be handy, though, if your battery went dead.
They can just push the car for you.
Spirit, could you push my car?
Where do you think we got to go for the Haunted Spook Tour?
It's west of Parsons. I don't know if you guys heard of the Bloody Benders family.
Oh, the Bender's Mound?
Yeah.
We were talking about this earlier, actually.
Yeah, the travelers would come through in the 1800s, and they would stop, and they acted like a place to stay. They let the people stay. Towards the evenings, one of the family members would come out and pretty much murder them and bury them out back, is what I've heard.
I heard that they cut them up and actually served them to other guests that were staying with them there.
No.
I've heard that, too. It's west of Parsons. It's like this mound out in the middle of nowhere.
And supposedly there was a posse that went after them, rounded them up, and killed them. It is documented about them.
Yes. This has some, dark entity behind it. I wouldn't be surprised if there's some poor soul stuff out there. If it's either Benders, the Bender family, or just someone that fell victim to them.
Again, I would love to be able to accommodate that with a spook tour. I think that would be so cool, but it's just too far away. I would like to just go see it myself sometime. I think we ought to take a gin tour someday.
Oh, yeah. It's a creepy, terrible idea, but let's do it.
It's like an 1800s Texas Chainsaw Massacre.
No, wait.
Where do you think we ought to visit on this year's Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour?
Call or text to let us know at 623-1025.
Or you can tell us on Facebook.
It's the four states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5.
Okay, listen. I know I said the Texas Chainsaw Massacre wasn't all that
scary,
but I think in person would be a very different experience.
That would be very much like, the real version of it, I think.
Oh, we don't have to. It's okay.
Let's do it.
Let's not. When did they stop doing Boomtown Days?
When did they quit doing Boomtown Days? It faded. So, I don't know. It's like the last 3 or 4 years of Boomtown Days, they got smaller and smaller and smaller and smaller. They kept cutting things out of it, cutting things. They quit having big artists, and it just kind of faded. I think the last big one they had was when Little Texas and was it Little Texas and Black Hawk were here together. But they would have a different. They'd have a different like country on Friday night. Saturday night would be rock or vice versa or whatever.
Mm-hmm.
And they had 38 Special one year and Aaron Tippin for the country band. So it was always some relatively outdated artist, but it was still cool and it was free. And the festival was really neat. In other words, lots of food trucks, lots of vendors and booths. And sometimes they had carnival rides for the kids. And it was just, there were fireworks one night. It was just always a great time.
Yeah.
But certain people, I believe, got involved with the Parks and Rec department and didn't like spending their budget money for things like that.
What a shame.
Yeah.
You know, this would help if I knew what I was looking for in these photos.
Okay.
Is it this one with the mausoleum?
No. The mausoleum one, that's in Kansas, I believe.
There's all these pictures.
Okay, wait a minute. Go back. This, I think this, click on it. Let me see. Yep, that's Peace Church. So this area was fenced off there. And Billy Cook's grave is right here. It's at they know which fence post it's next to and everything. So if you'll go through those, now go back out. When you get down, scroll on down. When you get down past the car headlights, you're in Kansas.
Okay.
This is the Kansas, over in Galena. It's the Galena Cemetery there. But yeah, if you'll look through some of those, you'll see some orbs and stuff. Not sure which ones. And other people got even better ones than we did.
Yeah. That just looks like a dirty lens, though.
But they had an EDM reader out there that night. Those people standing there where I said the gravesite was, they've got an EDM meter. And if you look closely in their hands, they're holding it, testing right there.
Oh,
and
yeah.
It is going nuts.
That's crazy. That is so crazy.
You'd walk right over his area. It would just go nuts. So say what you will about all that stuff, but
I don't recognize anybody in these pictures. Oh, except for Dave. There's Dave. Sarah will probably have space in her car. Kathy, Chris, and I rode with her last year. I know it's too far, but Eureka Springs has a bunch of haunted locations.
yeah, they do. They have, and if you're looking for that kind of vacation thing, that's a great place to go to do that. But, of course, it's out of the question for us.
So what's in Eureka Springs?
The what is the name of the hotel down there? One of the haunted.
Oh, the Crescent.
Crescent Hotel,
Yeah.
one of the most haunted locations in the United States. I mean, documented sightings and stuff. I think ghost hunters and some of the others have actually even seen things there.
I think I followed that hotel on Facebook, actually. How come we don't do polar plunges anymore? They used to be a huge thing. Or do they not do them around here?
They're not as organized anymore. I don't think they do them anymore.
Scooby Dooby. Scooby Dooby Dooby Dooby. Oh, there's Lindsay. Whatever happened to the selfie stick?
I don't know. That was.
Unboozled. Good morning, Dustin. Megan's dropping penguin emojis.
Not funny. Megan.
If that really is
If
her
that
name.
really is your name.
The way that you said that, I was just waiting for it.
Well, it's implied. I'm a little sore, but not bad. Not really bad. I got to do the hydro massage last night after our workout.
I want a hydro
Oh
massage.
my gosh, that's awesome. I actually feel a little dirty. I mean, I feel a little because it feels so good. Not that good, but because I'm like, is this okay?
So hydro massage, like you lay in water, or like how does that work?
No, it's a bed. Actually, the place I go to has 3 of them.
Is it
They
a
have
water bed?
chairs, the curved chairs
Mhm.
that have, and they have a lay down one. And it's this black nylon feeling stuff. And it's kind of contoured to your body shape. So you lay in the body contour and you turn it on, and jets of water come up along your back from your feet all the way up to your head. You can control which zones, how hard it is, and all the way up on 10. It feels awesome. And then on the screen that they have this big screen thing right in front of you while you're laying there, and you can choose like an ocean beach scene, and there's speakers where you hear water. Well, it's amazing.
How long does it last for?
It's really warm, 10 minutes, which is plenty. I got up going, yeah. It's awesome.
Randall, Eugene, Orville, Radham, Brocker, Brock.
That is not my name.
That is a glorious name.
They have massage chairs there too, which are the ones with the little ball things that you put your legs in the little harness thing. I guess they're like the ones they have in the mall. I've never paid that much attention to them. I would never deem to sit in one in a place like a mall or something where they're not cleaned. These are cleaned right after you use it.
Yeah.
At the ones at our gym. But I did use it, and it's a little rough. I mean, it actually makes me a little sore on my back. So.
Okay, 25 seconds. You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready? You ready?
Oh, I guess.
Get ready.
KIX 102.5, the 4 states, #1 for country. Morning KIX with Randy and Jen.
We'll see sunshine this afternoon with highs nearing 72. It's 49 in Joplin.
And we're talking about where you think we ought to go for next week's Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour. It's going to be happening next Thursday night at 6 p.m.
We're all going to meet here at the KIX studio, get our annual picture taken, and we're going to chow down on some super delicious popcorn and cotton candy thanks to Allied Restaurant Supply.
Yeah, they're going to be giving that away. Now, it's these gourmet stuff that comes in bags. You know, they're not going to be making it, but it is awesome. And they ordered it specifically for everybody on the Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour, which is so nice.
It is so nice of them to do that. So make sure you come here first before we actually go out on the tour.
I didn't even ask. I mean, Daniel from over there, he called and said, hey, we'd like to do this for all your guests. And I'm like, what?
That's such a cool thing.
Well,
Thank you guys. Thank you for doing that.
So it's going to be awesome this year, wherever we end up going. But
where do you think we ought to go?
623-1025. What do you think?
Galena Bordello.
Yeah, we went out there not that long ago, and apparently there are now people living in it, and they take great offense to you parking in what looks to be like a parking lot there. They will ask you to leave.
So what's the story behind that?
It is a house where women lured in the men with their looks and their skimpy clothing, and then the owner of the bordello murdered them and looted their money.
Yep. So and then they dump their bodies down mine shafts.
Why was that such a big thing that people were doing around here?
It seemed to be just a hobby. I don't know, but I know there's certain people in Galena that are like, that's not what it was. That's not, even though there was government documentation.
Right,
of some of
right,
stuff.
yeah.
So anyway, we get it. What do you think? Where do you think we ought to go for the Haunted Spook Tour?
Well, it's on the outside of Carthage. Takes Fairview east about 7-8 miles. There's a little dirt road that goes back to the north, and there's this house out there that's been burnt down, and the chimney stack is still there. And they say that the dad ended up killing the kids and throwing them in the fireplace and burning them alive.
I told you kids to hold it down.
And they said that to this day, you can hear the kids screaming.
Shut it up back there.
Nope, no way, Jose.
People are trying to sleep.
No, not even touching that one.
Where do you think we ought to go for this year's Haunted Spook Tour?
The Ritchie Mansion in Newtonia.
Where is Newtonia?
Do you know where East Newton High School is?
Mm-hmm.
It is the road that goes in front of East Newton High School. If you're running east, leads you to Newtonia.
So what about it?
It was an old Civil War hospital.
Oh.
Yeah, they said that they've seen people, like nurses coming through, checking with lanterns. And
We definitely got to put that on the list. Yeah.
No.
Yeah, I would like to go to that.
No, actual physical, like, beings and apparitions, no thank you.
Come on, Jan. Where do you think we ought to go for this year's Haunted Spook Tour?
Has it been suggested the Witch's Grave in Riverton?
Yeah, the Witch's Grave in Riverton. Tell everybody where that is.
It's north of Riverton, north of the stoplight, and about 1.5 miles back west. It's a little cemetery that sits back there on Boone Road.
Yeah, we went there one year. We went there and tried to find it. What happened was we turned on that road that went up to Riverton. Actually, we turned on the wrong road.
And Randy got everyone lost.
No, I had bad directions. We got up there about halfway, I guess, to Galena or whatever, and then we turned around and came back. We eventually found a cemetery. I'm not sure if it was the cemetery. We never found a witch's grave.
And Randy got everyone lost.
No, I did not.
As soon as you drive into the first drive, it's on the left-hand side of the road, and you'll see it. I mean, it's very obvious, and it has a saying on it, and I don't know exactly the saying because I've never got that close, but it says something like, "As you are now, so once was I, so prepare for death and follow me." If you drive around 3 times with your headlights off, it'll move to the other side of the road.
Nope, nah.
That's what they say. Everybody's scared to death of it, so you should at least go up there.
Well, based on how hard it was to find the first time we went there, I don't think it wants to be found. I think we took like half an hour. Half an hour driving around trying to find that stupid cemetery before we finally found what we thought was the place to be able to go there.
That sounds absolutely awful.
So tell us where you think we should go for this year's Morning KIX Haunted Spook Tour.
You can text us at 623-1025 or tell us on Facebook.
It's the 4 states #1 for country.
KIX 102.5. I was not paying attention to beds. I don't want to see people.
Well, that's kind of antisocial, Jen.
Alive people, sure. Ghosty people carrying lanterns and doing checks in hospitals, a pass.
Antisocial.
Megan says, take away the spook tour altogether. Newtonia Stark City got to be a Gen Tours, okay?
Okay, now that's not.
Yeah. She says, my stomping grounds. I'll kidnap you and Randy. We can get lunch at the Mennonite store.
Oh, that sounds awesome.
What's the Mennonite store? What's it called?
A Mennonite store.
Okay. There used to be a place outside of Wamego called Sugar Creek. And it was kind of that same vibe, and it's so good.
Well, I'll go ahead and tell you guys. We can go ahead and tell them that we talked with Lisa yesterday, and we ran into it. We were planning to go back to Carthage this year, you know.
Mm-hmm.
And I'd already talked with Charlie Davis, who's the records keeper for the county, you know, over at the courthouse. And he's all for bringing us back to the courthouse, which would be fun because you guys could see firsthand some of the improvements that have been made with the big remodel. It is
really
amazing.
Cool. It's great.
What all they've done. It really looks nice. It is a courthouse, county seat to be proud of.
Mm-hmm.
And that's a weird thing to say.
Yeah,
but it's also, we thought, well, while we're there, we got to go to Kendrick House. They're always great. They dress up in period clothing for us and everything, and that's an amazing historical site to see. But I said, we got to have at least 4 stops, you know?
Yeah.
So we looked, had Lisa, we asked her about the Opera House going back there, which is always one of our favorites because it is one of the most haunted locations in the 4 states. Unfortunately, they have new owners, and he is not comfortable about letting people in there yet. She's still working on that. They won't even let Paranormal Science Lab bring tours in. So someone as big as ours, she said, I know they're not ready for that yet.
Yeah.
So that's out. So we're like, well, what else are we going to do then? And she's like, well, the Civil War battleground site. And I'm like, yeah, because it's dark and you just get out there and look at a park is what you're doing.
Yeah.
That's not good enough. So she says, well, what about the Boots Motel? And I'm like, what's the Boots Motel? And then she described it to me, and I'm like, I've seen that place 1,000 times. It's the Art Deco hotel right there, motel, on Route 66 in Carthage. And they have done numerous research ghost tours there and everything, and it is definitely haunted.
Mm-hmm.
There's people that's been killed. People that's been killed there, and murders have happened. There's been gangsters that have stayed there, all sorts of stuff associated with it. So that's definitely going on the list. And then she tells us about this place called Red Oak 2 that I had never heard of before. But for those of you that know, you're going to be like, well, yeah, north of Carthage, there is a place where this artist, this eccentric artist, I think his name's Jeremy, he has gone around the United States. He's very wealthy. He's gone around the United States and bought these historical buildings and have them transported all into this one little area that makes up its own little town called Red Oak.
You got to look it up. It's super cool looking.
Crazy.
Super cool.
So there are people who live in the little built community, but for the most part, it's a ghost town. Most of the buildings are empty. They're just sitting there as they've been moved. There's part of a historical fort that's there. There's an old 1800s, early 1800s log cabin. There are stores and churches and houses and tons of stuff. And there are numerous supernatural sightings and occurrences that have happened around there. And he is all for us coming and checking that out. So this will be 2 new locations we've never visited before.
It's going to be awesome.
It will be. And then we're going to go. So what we're going to do is go to Boots Motel, then to Red Oak, and then we're going to come back down to Kendrick House and then end up on the square touring the new courthouse. So ought to be really, really good, and some brand new stuff that people have never seen before on this. So we haven't pinned the maps yet because we're still waiting for a couple of logistic details, but it should be up there by this weekend. And again, the page that tells the details of when to meet at the studio and everything, that's already up.
Yep.
So, guys, thanks so much for all your help. And if anybody is willing to organize or allow somebody to ride along with them on carpooling for the Spook Tour, go ahead and organize that between yourselves. So have a great rest of your day.
Bye.
Hi there.